All right, what's up? So tonight we're going to tie a fly called the Airhead Caddis. It is a rendition of LaFontaine's Airhead. For those of you guys who aren't familiar with it, it's from the book Trout Flies by Gary LaFontaine. This is a slight rendition, so yes, I know we're not tying it exactly like Gary did, but the main ingredient, which is this unique head design that Gary spent a lot of time researching, which is just like regular packing foam that you get in the mail. Evidently moves trout a lot, and we've been fishing it on the Missouri, which is a good testing grounds for picky dry fly eaters. So we're gonna tie it. This is number 14 1X long dry fly hook. And this, I'm using Nano Silk 12-aught olive. You can use 70-aught ultra thread or whatever thin dry fly thread you like to use. We're using McFlylon for the tail, so this comes in long hanks. I cut off a little piece about this big, and then one hank can do like 4 tails on these Airhead Caddis, so it's a pretty sparse tail. You don't need a lot of material. So just tie that in. And you're gonna leave some of the pieces long and some short, and then just clip them so they're kind of not all the same. Okay, and then we're gonna add some dry fly dubbing. I'm using this Nature Spirit Golden Stone dubbing because I like the olivey yellow color of it, but you can use whatever dry fly dubbing, whatever color you want. This is the dubbing color. If you look at the website, this is the color of the caddis that we sell on the website. I will link that up below in the comments if you guys want to check it out, or if you don't want to tie it. So we're just going to make a body. Caddis kind of have fat bodies, so you can make a fairly fat body. It's not like we're tying the most realistic looking caddis pattern here. This is definitely a play on light refraction. If you read the book, that's basically the whole reason he attests that this fly works, is that when you look up and against the light, this trout really react to what that looks like. Okay, so then we're just gonna do an elk wing, same as LaFontaine's fly, about the same as you would use for an Elk Hair Caddis, and then we're just gonna match it to about the length of the tail, maybe even just a teeny bit shorter. It's one thing really nice about this Nano Silk, you can like wrap Elk Hair with it and it doesn't break. It'll probably break now. And then just wrap all those ends in. Tie it in underneath. And clip all the extra ends off. Come on. Okay. So then these little loose ends, tie those down since you tied the Elk Hair in earlier. And then what I like to do is I just put 2 wraps in here behind the Elk Hair. Oh, there's one more in there. 2 more wraps behind the Elk Hair just to make sure that we have, that Elk Hair is going to stand up good and not roll over on us. Okay, so then the next step, we're going to wrap that thread all the way to the very eye of the hook. And then I have pre-cut these pieces of packing foam, so I used a paper cutter, which works infinitely better than what I was doing before, which was cutting pieces individually. So if you have access to an office, I would recommend, if you try this fly, to do that. So we're gonna tie 2 of these pieces in on the top, like that. And I tried tying this a lot of different ways to try to get it fast enough so that we could, commercially tie it. And this is by far the fastest way. is to tie it in this way and leave this whole piece together as you tie them in. So we got 2 pieces on the top, then we're going to tie in 2 pieces on the bottom. One. Two, and it's just really important you get those tied in as close to the eye of the hook as possible, because we're going to be pulling all these back, and if they're not up next to the eye, then you're going to have a gap. Okay. Then what we're going to do is wrap the thread back towards in front of the elk hair and pull these pieces back one at a time tightly so that it gives it a nice neat head, but not too tight because you don't want to break the thread or break the packing foam or whatever this stuff is. And then just tie each piece back. The 2 on the top cover the top, the 2 on the bottom kind of go to the side and cover the bottom. I like to tie them kind of to the side so they're not sticking down into the water. Okay, then we just do a 4-turn whip finish right behind the eye here, or the head. And we'll put a dab of hard head right there, but okay, then kind of the final step. Ooh, I'm out of focus here. Okay, then kind of the final step is to just trim these eyes or these legs a little bit, or wings, or I guess wings. I just trim them at an angle so they're not too short. I mean, these wings are honestly, you know, the fly's kind of ugly or whatever, but these wings make the fly float extremely well. They're really easy to see, and evidently the light reflection thing is, the trout think it's more realistic for some reason. So we did fish these on the Missouri. Fish do definitely eat them really well. It's an awesome lead fly if you have like an emerger pattern or a different caddis behind your fly, behind your this first caddis pattern. So if they eat on the Missouri in perfectly still water, if you live on a freestone or you're fishing small streams and stuff, this is a dynamite pattern. So thanks for watching, and we will have some more content out soon. We're gonna film a couple of vlogs on the Missouri because we're catching carp like crazy, and trout have been eating really good, and the guys have been fishing all over in the mountains on some of the other streams. So we'll have some of those coming up soon, as well as some more fly tying videos. So if you would like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, we would really appreciate it. And let us know what you thought about this video. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace. Oh, and one last thing. I will put a list of all the materials that I used, as well as a link to this fly, like I said earlier, in the comments below, so you guys can check it out and tie it yourselves. Now, peace.